Hey everybody, Doug here. Welcome back to yet another board game channel and yet another round of Mansions of Madness, second edition. The Gangs of Arkham scenario. We have this thing. The detective Alice Luxley has turned herself into a Loigor because we ruined her plans to cause gang war across the city. There's no way we can brute force this thing because it's got 30 HP. The app has pretty much, yeah, the app has said as much that we cannot brute force it. We need to get somebody with the conclusive evidence unique item up to, I'm not sure how much you can see of that because the board is now huge, up to Alice's place and tinker around her alchemy lab to come up with an antidote. I guess maybe we'll turn her back into just plain old human Alice, and then we can deal with her. If we're lucky, it'll just utterly just take her out. Now, the problem is our characters are slow as hell right now. I mean, Finn's not bad. He can do normal moving and everything. Min has a broken leg, so she can only move one. Well, she can move normally up to two, but she's got to flip one of these face up if she moves more than one per move action. And I can't remember if we know what's under there or not. If they're just little minor injuries that we can ignore. The other problem is Harvey, way up there, is wounded, so he cannot move more than once per round, period. So it's gonna take a couple of turns, at least, to get the conclusive evidence from Min up to Harvey, and then Harvey getting up there to start working on an antidote. In the meantime, the Loigor will be hunting us down. We may just have to risk Min running. Maybe I'm trying to think of the bad things that can be under there. She might have to drop stuff. What are the other bad things that can happen with health? Oh, probably any number of things. But we may just chance it because we're on the clock here. So, what the heck? We are going to start with Min. Okay, for her first action, Min is going to move. We're going to take a chance and move her 2 instead of the 1, which means we have to flip 1 damage face up. Minor injury, yes. Okay, so we know at least one of these is a minor injury. So we got 50-50 odds, at least. Maybe the other one is too. So we might be able to get it up there next turn after all. Alright, let's risk it again. So I figure 1, 2, if she does have something that forces her to drop stuff, at least it'll be right here and Harvey can still pick it up. But we will do another and okay, I have totally lost the count. And okay, I don't know if it's the same minor injury or if we have 2. We have 2. Okay, good job, Min. Despite her broken leg, she's like, no, we are stopping this thing. So let's go to Harvey. Okay, Harvey, he can only move once, but that's okay. First action, he will move. Second action, he is going to do a trade with Min and grab the conclusive evidence. You know what, maybe we will... I'm also going to grab, I have no idea what we're going to have to do up here. It's probably going to be lore, but we'll also take the magnifying glass from Min, roll 1 additional die while resolving an observation test. I don't know if we'll have to do observation, or just straight up puzzle solving, or what. And I figure anything that increases one of Harvey's stats at the moment is a good thing. Okay, that's it for Harvey. Now I just got to work out what to do with Finn. Well, Finn, we're just going to put him in position to anticipate trying to hold off the holding off the Loigor. We don't want to put Min indoors. I was thinking for a second we all just come in here and, like, not actually barricade ourselves, but give us a little area to funnel this thing into. But Min has her claustrophobia, and she'll suffer horror every turn she ends in a space that's 2 or smaller, so she has to stay out on the streets. Otherwise, she could go insane. I don't want to leave her alone. So, 1, 2. So let's put them in 2 slightly different spaces. Actually, maybe I could even put him over here. He's got, no wait, he has, yeah, they both have a gun. So let's, 1, 2, if we do that, and the Loigor comes up, they can still, they're far away, so it won't be able to attack them simultaneously, but they both have guns, so they'll still each be able to shoot it once it comes up around here. I have no idea if this is a decent plan. Although having put Finn here, it means we do need to reveal what's down that alleyway. Probably not much at this point. Yes, I can't imagine it's going to be anything useful. But we're there, so we have to show it. Oh, I don't know if we have to, but we will. This abandoned lot is overgrown with grass and weeds. An assortment of tin cans and sticks indicate the children may use this lot as a playground. We're going to find the yard 2 tile quickly. Okay, there we go. Is there... yeah, there's a search token. A wood crate with the words Arkham Construction Company stenciled on the side sits in the yard. Also stenciled on the side, danger. And that is it. I don't know, go have a look. Maybe there's dynamite. I think we got a turn before this damn thing comes for us. But, that's for next turn. Now it's time for the dreaded Mythos Phase. Okay, here it comes. A bird, oh good, more monsters. A bird lands on the rocks where the flask had shattered. Oh, the bird ingests some of the leftover liquid, oh for crying out loud, and transforms. It grows into a frightening creature that jumps into the sky with a terrible creature. Spawn a Bayaki. Oh boy. Ah, stupid bird. So, Bayaki flying can move through impassable borders. So yeah, it can go over there, even though the Loigor can't. With membranous wings and flat-webbed feet, this creature flaps and flops along awkwardly on the ground, but with sinister grace in the air. Just gonna pop it into place. I don't know how well this one's gonna hold in. Not very well. Okay, there we go. So it's in... the space is very crowded now. Yeah, the Bayaki's kind of awkward, but it's there. Now, Alice Luxley attacks each investigator within range. Ha! We are not within range. So, we tell it, no investigators within range. The monster pursues you with a burning rage. Alice Luxley moves to be in an outdoor space with the most investigators. Oh, she just moves. Great. The most investigators. The massive pounding of the monster's multitude of legs shakes the ground violently. The nearby buildings crack and crumble from the tremors, dropping debris on those cowering inside of them. Each investigator in an outdoor space suffers 2 damage. So no matter what, first of all, it's going to... shoot. Boom. In that space. So it lands. And everybody, oh boy, everybody's taking 2 damage. This is extremely bad. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this will be 5 total for Min. Minor injury, yes. And grievous injury. Wait, okay, so we flip that back down. You clutch at the wound, and your hand comes away red with blood. Suffer 1 additional face-down damage, then flip this down. Oh, boy. So that puts her at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 7 health. So, she is... yeah. She is probably going to become wounded very soon. I'll do Finn next. He gets head trauma. Your thoughts spin out of your control, knocked loose by the latest blow. The latest blow. Implying many, many other blows. Become mesmerized, then flip this face down. Okay. Excuse me. Mesmerized. There they are. We'll just, oops, do a shuffle and take... Alright, there we are. He's mesmerized. The other damage he gets... Oops. Shoot. Demoralizing injury. The pain makes you weak. You are not sure how you can continue. Suffer 1 additional face-down horror, then flip this card down. So that puts him at 3. Or he's only got 3 sanity left before we lose the game. And then Harvey, this will be the only damage he has, but it will still leave him at 3. Thank God he's going indoors soon. Painful clarity. Oh, well, there's this. The pain cuts through your muddled thoughts, allowing you to see the solution clearly. Gain 1 clue, then flip this face down. Alright, Harvey has 2 clues now. And then his other one, broken arm. Your arm is useless, and every movement sends needles of pain down your side. Keep face up. If you ever have more than 2 items, drop all but 2 items. Well, we are going to drop the scalpel. He's not going to be doing much fighting right now. And the fine clothes, because I'm pretty sure there's no influence to be had. So that's going to drop in that space. I'll just stick it under the Loigor for now. So that means he's holding on to the magnifying glass just in case, and most importantly, the conclusive evidence. Continue. The Bayaki moves 3 spaces towards the investigator within range with the highest strength. Then it attacks that investigator. Well, there are no investigators within range of it, so instead it moves 3 spaces towards the nearest investigator. 1, 2, 3, probably. That's sort of... yeah. And now, horror check time. Well, for Min and Harvey, it's pretty obvious which one of those critters in range. Oop, I bumped the camera, didn't I? Which one is more terrifying? They're going to do a horror check against that. 1, 2, oh wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, so is Finn. He is actually within range of it. So, it's way more terrifying than Bayaki, so we are going to do a group horror check. Oh boy. A rumble starts building beneath the ground, and you realize that there may be more of these Loigor on their way to destroy you. Suffer 2 damage and 2 horror. Oh. Negate with will -1. If you suffer no horror, become righteous. Oh, okay, that's will -1. Let's start with... yeah, let's start with Min. Her will is 3, so she's only going to roll 2. She is still loaded with clues, though. She's got 4. And she will use one of those clues. Which means we're going to have to decide if she takes 2 horror, 2 damage, or 1 of each. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4... I guess she's going to take the horror because she has less. She's only got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 horror. On the other hand, if we give her the 2 damage, that will wound her. Right now, I don't think running is going to do us much good. So being wounded, I don't know if it's a big deal. And she'll get rid of all this, including her broken leg. Well, she'll still only be able to move a maximum of 2 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she'd really only take 1, because 2 would put her over and reset it. Let's do that. And she'd become righteous. So she is going to take, boom, at a go. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to do it this way. I don't see why not. Stinging pain. Drop 2 random items. Yeah, you pull your hand back from the pain, shaking and clenching your teeth, you drop whatever you're holding. The other one, minor injuries, just checking. So she'll have to do that before. Okay, so she's got... Alright, I'm going to have to close my eyes because you can even tell on the back. I don't know if we got that in camera. Which items are which? So I am going to pull from, she's going to drop this, and she's going to drop this. Of course, she dropped her gun. That's in that pile under the Loigor. So, however, she's going to lose all of this. She will become wounded, which is too bad, but at this point I honestly don't know how much difference it's making. Wounded, so she can only move once per turn. Alright, Finn, he's got a will of 4, so he's going to get to roll 3. He has no clues, unfortunately. So he stopped with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, well he's going to take 2. He's going to take 1 horror and 2 damage because I really don't want him to go insane again. Oh wait, I forgot. Min became righteous because she didn't take any of the horror. Finn will not become righteous. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, 1 horror. Yeah, because he's into his second go round. We do not want him to take any horror if we can help it. So he'll have to take 1. He'll also take 2 damage. This may end poorly. Demoralizing injury. Suffer 1 additional face down horror. You gag at the scent of your own blood. Oh, okay. Well, we'll just give him the face down 1, because that's easy. And a minor injury. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still got 1 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 sanity. Oh boy. Okay, Harvey is going to get the same roll. He has a will of 4. He has a couple of clues, so let's spend 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't want Harvey to go insane because it's going to make it harder to win. But if he takes 2 damage, You know, he's going inside. He is going to go inside. He's running away. Okay, I don't like to do this. It's kind of risky, but I don't want him to go insane because depending on what insanity we get, it could make it so that we can't win anyway. Depending on, like, if he has to have certain items and we can't get them to him. So, it's going to take the 2 damage. Exhaustion. At the site, as the night drags on, you feel the details of your investigation slipping away. When you gain a condition, discard 1 clue. Also, minor injury. Yay. Now he becomes righteous because he didn't take any horror. That shouldn't count. Those are spells. That shouldn't count towards him losing the clue, should it? Because it's a good condition. Or should it? Oh god, it just says condition. So, alright, I guess that means he has to get rid of his clue. On the other hand, the righteous can stand in for a clue once per round. Alright, that's the end of that. Now let's, let's get into the next investigator phase. Okay, it's especially too bad that the critter, the Loigor, ended up in that spot, because to move out, which Harvey is going to do, he has to evade the sucker. So, we're going to choose Alice Luxley, and Harvey's going to try to evade her so he can start moving. Confirm. Shit, he's gonna fail. Sorry, I swore. Didn't mean to. If you could get behind the beast, its own bulk would impede its attacks. He will fail, because he only has 2 agility. He can't get 3. If you fail, the creature is able to rotate its head so far you cannot escape, and instead you are transfixed by its horrible impossibility. Damn. Suffer 2 horror and become stunned. I think we just lost. Because, well, that's going to drive Harvey insane. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not yet. 2 is going to put him up past 1. 1 past his limit, so, well, we'll do these first. We still have to resolve them. Minor shock, good. Please be another minor shock. Sudden shock, oh no. Nope. This can't be salvaged now. Gasping in surprise and fear, you clutch at your face, forgetting for a moment what you had been holding on to seconds before. Drop 2 random items, then flip this face down. So he drops magnifying glass, and worse, the conclusive evidence, which we require him to have to possibly win this. So he's going to have to spend another turn trying to pick it up, which will involve an evade, which he'll probably fail because his agility sucks. Oh boy. And he's stunned. Alright, and he loses his righteous because he took horror. And stunned. He can only perform 1 action next turn. Well, actually, no, that just prevents him from doing a second action this turn, and at the end, it goes away. So it just means he can't do anything else. He can't try to pick it back up or move or anything. Yep, we are... This is a complete, total loss. Okay. Oh, right. And he's insane. So we are going to discard all of the damage he just took. And look for another insane. Let's just grab one out of the pile. Put the pile back. And You are suddenly stricken with the sense that your life up to this point has not been only boring but pointless. Life is too short to not experience as much of it as possible. Variety is the spice of life, after all. You cannot perform any single action more than once each round. You're going to lose as normal. Okay, that's not too bad, except we are going to die this turn. Pretty sure. Okay, gotta think about what else we can do. Maybe Min can pick that up and go. Except she'll be inside. She's going to go insane. Ah, stupid claustrophobia. Well, if she goes insane, she goes insane. We'll lose otherwise. So, yeah, Min's turn. Okay, for Min's first action, she's going to try to pick up the conclusive evidence, for which she will have to try to evade Alice. Confirm. The beast seems to be psychically attuned to your movements. We're going to test her influence. Okay, and we need 2 successes. That is 4. Okay, she actually made it. If you pass through a concentrated effort, you are able to divert the beast from your mind. Flip 1 horror face up. Oh, God, so we still have to do this. Minor shock. Thank God. So, that means she can do what she wanted to. Which, you know, she's going to pick all the stuff up. Yeah, she's going to pick it all up as an action. It's, yeah, picking up is essentially a trade, and you can trade as much as you want, so she's got the conclusive evidence. So now, she is going to try to move. Because she wants to get over here. So again, to do that, she needs to evade once more. Creature, oh geez, strength really blocks your way with 1 massive leg, but it seems unaware of your presence just now. We're going to roll 3 dice, and we need successes on all of them. Nope. Yeah, that was pretty improbable. If you fail, the beast shifts balance at the wrong time and its weight crushes you to the ground. Suffer 2 damage and become restrained. So she's going to be able to do nothing. Alright, first damage, minor injury, and okay, at least she got 2 minor injuries, but she is now restrained. You cannot move voluntarily. Oh, at the end of your turn, discard this card. We have just hit the end of her turn, so it just meant she wouldn't have been able to do anything. Yeah, she couldn't have moved the rest of this turn. Okay, that goes away, at least. Oh, alright. Well, let's see if Finn can do anything, or if we end up losing on his turn. Okay, we're going to try something with Finn. It's a desperate move, but we're hosed otherwise. He has implant suggestion. Action. Another investigator within range. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Everybody is within range of each other. May perform 1 action, then flip this card. Which means Min is going to get another chance at trying to run away from the big horrible beastie and get the heck out. So we'll try once more. Okay, her agility isn't awful. If you could get behind the beast, its own bulk will impede its attack. Yeah, this is exactly what Harvey tried to do earlier, except she gets to roll 4 dice. She's gonna spend... No, she needs 3. Nope. She can't do it. She failed. If you fail, the creature is able to rotate its head, right, like it did with Harvey, suffer 2 horror, and become stunned. And that's going to last into the next turn, because we've already ended her turn. Alright, 2 horror. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will put her up to 6 total of her possible 7. Minor shock, and what's the other one? Startled. You stagger backwards in alarm. No effect. Discard this card. I need more of those. Please. More of those. And then she is stunned, and she will actually properly stay so until the end of her next turn. Okay. Well, that didn't really work out. Finn now has to flip this, and let's see what the consequences are. When you stretch out to touch mine, something else slips under your defenses. Going to test his lore of 3, and we need 2 successes. Otherwise, bad things, more bad things, are going to happen. Nope, fail. Because of course we did. If you fail, you lose control of your faculties. Flip 2 damage. Face up. And then we'll get another copy of this. Alright, here's all his damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all 7 of it. There's 1 minor injury. Huzzah. Demoralizing injury. Suffer 1 additional face down horror. Then flip this card face down. Puts him at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more sanity hit on Finn. He is utterly defeated, and we lose. And so we'll get him a new copy of that. Put the old one in with the rest. Now that was just his first action. What can he do for his second action? Nothing remotely useful. I guess he's just going to stand there because there's nothing he can do. I suppose he could go off and try to look at that. See if there's something good in there. Okay, 1, 2, and at least he's around the corner. But, lest we forget, he is mesmerized. Dead weight. These things are so heavy. They are weighing you down. You must get rid of them immediately. Suffer 1 face down horror, which we cannot afford unless you drop an item. Then discard this card. Alright, well, sounds like we get to choose. So, we don't need any of the other bits of evidence. So, let's just drop this. The incriminating evidence. It'll go there. And into another dreaded Mythos Phase. Alright. It's losing time. Alice attacks the investigator within range who has suffered the least damage. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Well, that's going to be Min, because she's only got 2 damage, and Harvey has 4. Monster attacks Min. The ground directly under you explodes, propelling earth and rock upward with such force that you doubt any patch of skin will be left unmarred. Suffer 4 face down damage. Negate with strength. Then, if you suffered 1 or more damage, become dazed and discard an improvement token. Well, she doesn't have an improvement token to get rid of. Her strength is 3. So she's not going to block at all. She is going to become dazed. No matter what we do. She blocked it all, except the 1. So, 4 face down. Okay, so there we go. 3. And then she becomes dazed. She can't spend clues until the end of her next round. The Bayaki moves 3 spaces toward the investigator within range with the lowest, the lowest strength. Well, that could be either one of them. I think, I don't know who to go for. It's pretty much a coin toss because they're both horribly wounded. If it gets, hold on, 1, 2, 3. If the Bayaki is successful against either one, that could be game over, depending on if it's sanity or damage that it ends up doing. So I'm going to say Harvey, as he has no horror on him right now. Although if he takes a single damage, he is done. I guess I have to make it Min. Bayaki leaps forward with unreal ferocity. Test her strength, and we need 1 success, which she cannot use a clue for. But she made it. If you passed, the beast, you managed to shove the creature away. That is it. And now, unfortunately, both Min and Harvey have to do a horror check. That is going to be, unsurprisingly, against the Loigor. Your stomach sours as the beast worms its way into your mind. Discard 1 clue. That puts Min down to 2. Harvey didn't have any anyhow. As the creature poisons your thoughts with despair, you use pain to bring you back to your senses. Suffer 2 horror and 2 damage. I think this is it. Will plus 1 negates. Okay. That's 4 dice for Min in that case. She can't use her clues. Oh, but no, she's not. Oh wait, she's still righteous. She didn't take any horror recently, did she? Lost track. No, none of her damage cards gave her extra horror. Okay, yeah, so she can use her righteous to do that, which means we're going to block 3. So she has to take either 1 horror or 1 damage. Well, as she is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, she's already wounded, so I guess we better make it. Oh no, if she takes the horror, she'll lose righteous. Okay, we're going to take a chance, and she's going to take 1 damage. Fog of pain. You know you could achieve more if only your injuries would stop throbbing. Discard an improvement token. Oh, then discard this card. Yay! She has no improvement tokens to get rid of. So she prevented it all, miraculously. Harvey will be rolling 5 dice, because his will is a little bit better. On Harvey, he blocked 2. Well, we're going to take the horror, because he has no horror on him at the moment. So, first horror, minor shock, yay. Other one, kleptomania. Whenever you end your space, end your turn in space with another investigator, take 1 item at random from another investigator in your space. Actually could have used that earlier, because he might have had a chance to get accidentally steal the conclusive evidence from her. Okay, that concludes that. Into another investigator phase. Probably our last. I can't imagine surviving another round. Okay, we're going to start with Finn, because he's not going to do anything that could potentially kill him immediately. we are going to have him look at this. Maybe there's some wonderful explosives or something in there that we can use to distract the Loigor. So, the danger crate. Hey, I was right. It's dynamite. You pry open the top of the crate to find it filled with construction tools. One of them stands out as potentially useful. Gain the dynamite common item. Kind of too little too late. Let's just find that, remind myself of what it does. Equipment. Has an action. You light the fuse and toss the explosive. Flip this card and place it in a space within range. Right. What happens then? The fuse is only so long. It would be wise to run. At the end of the investigator phase, each investigator in this space, where we put this, or an adjacent space suffers 8 damage, and each monster in those spaces suffers 10 damage. Then we discard the card. So that's going to be tricky to use usefully. Now, because of his special ability, he does get to move one space. Then, I guess he's just going to move 1, 2 towards the danger. Why not? Alright, over to a perpetually trapped Min and Harvey. Okay, again, Min is going to try to get away from these monsters. We just have to evade the one with the highest evade. That's going to be this thing, isn't it? 7 and 9, 4 and 3. Yeah, okay. Just have to evade the hardest monster to evade. And that will, in fact, be Alice Luxley, the big scary Loigor. Alright, something good for Min. The wounds afflicted from the creature's darting claws seem to pierce both your mental and physical defenses. Suffer 3 damage, negate with agility. If you suffer 1 or more damage, discard 1 clue. Oh, so we still get to move. Okay, alright, we just might take a hit on the way out. That kind of threw me there. Her agility is 4, can't use clues, because stunned. No, dazed. So she blocks 1, so she suffers 2 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll put her at 5. She's not quite dead yet. Just a scratch. You thought the wound was much deeper than it was. No effect. Discard this card. Yeah, go away, you card. Gut shot. All the breath leaves your body as in a whoosh as the blow catches you in the stomach. You wheeze and gasp for air. Become stunned. She already is. Then discard this card. Yay. Pretty much no effect. Although she does have to discard 1 of her 2 remaining clues. But she gets to move. One, 2. She's indoors. Yay, she's claustrophobic. She's going to go insane very shortly. Second action. No, she can't. Oh, no, she's stunned. So that was the only thing she could do. So, at the end of her turn, we get rid of the dazed and the stunned. So that just leaves wondering what to do with Harvey. Well, if Harvey stays in this space, I'm pretty sure he will die. So he's going to have to try to do an evade check and get out of the streets. We have no choice. So he's going to try to evade the great big beastie. Oh, it's another one of these where I think he just gets to go. Every contact with the Loigor's hide blisters your skin and sends a vision Burning into your mind, suffer 2 face down damage and 2 face down horror. Negate with his lore, which is 4. 4. We might be okay. Nope. Not a single success. And he has no clues. So he takes 2 face down damage. Or face down horror first. Putting him at 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of 9. But most importantly, oh my god, I can't believe we didn't get a single success on any of the 4 dice. Oh, you can't even see the dice. There they are, the terrible, evil, horrible dice. 2 of those, which puts him up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, taking him out. So that is the end of Harvey, and I just realized I forgot to give Min a face down horror because her turn ended someplace claustrophobic for her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more sanity and she goes insane. Harvey is down. He has no items to drop in that space, so it doesn't matter. So we have one more investigation phase to get this finished. That's not going to happen, but we'll do it anyway because I want to at least see what we would have had to do up here. If it would have been simple, if only my dice rolling had been something besides abominable. So we will go into what is probably the last Mythos phase. Alright, here we go. Alice Luxley attacks each investigator in her space or an adjacent space. That is not a possibility. Yeah, no investigators there. The monster pursues you with a burning rage. Right, move to be in an outdoor space with going to take 3. Right, so the same thing as before. It basically goes whoop, boom, and Finn suffers 3 damage. He's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 8. So he's going to suffer these 3, then become wounded. Let's just grab them, and we have concussion. Your head feels clouded, as if your thoughts swim through a fog. Discard 1 clue. Flip this face down. No clues. Second one, minor injury. Our favorite. Grievous injury. Suffer 1, the pain clouds your vision and sends you staggering. Suffer 1 additional face down damage. Well, that won't matter. This all happens simultaneously. Face down doesn't have an effect. So, those all go away. And now all of our investigators have become wounded. I'll just give him Harvey's, because he's not using it anymore, because he pretty much doesn't exist. Alright, now the Bayaki is going to move 3 spaces towards the investigator in range. 1, 2, 3. Shoot. I should have stopped Finn there. Well, I expected my others to be here. 1, 2, 3. Monster attacks. The Bayaki swoops past and slams into your legs. Suffer 3 face down damage. At least it's face down. We can negate with his agility +1. That's going to be 4 dice. I keep forgetting about his gambler's dice, but I'm pretty sure most of the rolls have been so bad they wouldn't have helped. That would block. So we take 2 face down damage. If you suffer 2 damage, you are knocked off your feet, become stunned. You know what? The heck with it. We're just gonna. Oh no. Okay. Let's use this gambler's dice. That's what it's there for. So we turn one clue into a blank to re-roll everything else. Yes, 3 successes. Now, when it's arguably much less important, because we don't have a chance anyway, now, oh boy, he doesn't take any damage. Good on Finn for doing something at the very last second that doesn't help. And now, of course, a horror check against the big horrible thing that is Alice Luxley. The Logor's mind overwhelms you like a tidal wave, swamping a sandbar. Flip all your horror face up. Okay, well, we do that first. Oh no. 2, 3, 4, 5. Minor shock. Minor shock. Minor shock. Well, so far so good. Minor shock. Really? Is this all he's got? Minor shock. Holy cow. How has he got all minor shocks? Then, drowning beneath an alien mind, you struggle to find yourself again. We are going to test his will, and we need 3 successes. His will is 4. And he's already used his gambler's dice this round, so that will not help. Nope. If you fail, the beast drains your mind to feed. Suffer 2 face-down horror. That will eliminate him completely. Finn is now down, because he was already insane. So he drops every little thing right here. And Finn is out. And the Mythos Phase, yes. Well, that leaves us with the rest of this turn to get in there, do whatever we need to do at the alchemy table, and get back out and destroy the Loigor. Min's first action. Let's zoom in a little bit. First action, she is going to move. Just making sure, yes, she can move normally. She can't move more than once, but she can move normally. And for her second action, actually it's not even an action. It's a free thing. Right, we read all this last time. Attempt to make Antidote. You turn to the page for the Milk of Shub-Niggurath in Alchemy Through the Ages and find instructions on how to create an antidote to the elixir that turned Alice Luxley into an abomination. Tap to attempt the puzzle using lore. Her lore is 3. This is one of the new puzzles. You've got to... Well, you can kind of see. You've got to move these pieces one at a time to create the picture. I don't think it matters which slot it's in. But yeah, we have no chance of doing this in 3. Let me double check. Did she pick up anything that makes it easier? Gives her... No, let's roll an additional die. No, so we would have gone... Move that there. Oh. Move. Oh, drag. I haven't done one of these yet. Well, that's 1, 2, 3. So that's it. We did not solve it by the end of this investigation phase, which means we have lost. Okay, well, we're just going to go with Investigator Eliminated and see what horrible things happen. Yes. When Investigator is eliminated, the game ends at the end of the next Investigator phase. End game.
The loss of your fellow investigator leaves the group in shambles. You struggle to continue the investigation, but the loss of your ally proves devastating. You flee the scene, leaving the matter unresolved. The injuries you have suffered and the traumas you have endured will never truly heal. The knowledge of the dark things that lurk in this world and your failure to halt their machinations will haunt you for what little remains of your miserable life.
And yeah, I guess there's the big horrible Loigor in the background as we despair. Well, that's too bad. Really thought I had a chance. I did have a chance if my rolls hadn't been so amazingly bad. That was some absolutely god-awful dice results. It's like Will Wheaton levels of dice failing. So, presumably, Alice just rampages through Arkham, doing horrible things, maybe going after all the gangs and trying to take them out, before probably completely losing control of herself and killing any number of innocents. Well, thanks very much everybody for watching me struggle through that last little bit. Hope it wasn't too painful to watch dice fail after dice fail. But yeah, that's the nature of the game. Not sure what I will play next. I'll probably take a little break while my wife takes advantage of the table being free for a little while. But I'll be back eventually. Thanks very much everybody for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel and liking the videos, both on YouTube and Board Game Geek. It's appreciated. And we will see you next time when we start yet another board game playthrough. So long.